Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM. And yes, we're going to be talking about the round ball for probably the first time this summer. Why, you ask? Well, it's probably the biggest day for football on the Limestone Coast. So we're talking about the Australia Cup qualifying rounds here. This is in relation to the nationwide cup competition, which can see any amateur side potentially end up playing A-League opposition, which is as big as it gets. It mirrors the FA Cup in England. Well, Naracoorte United are going to be welcoming the Adelaide Cobras from Adelaide. Adelaide Cobras, they're a federation club, and they play in the State League 1 competition, which is second on the pyramid as far as the top level of South Australian football goes, below the NPL. So this is huge for Naracoorte United. They've got the opportunity to knock off a genuine top team from the Big Smoke. And the captain of Naracoorte United, Andy Munro, joins me now. Great to be with you, Andy. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Really keen to find out more about this event that's going to be played tomorrow. It's a red-letter day for the Limestone Coast as far as football/soccer goes, depending on which one you want to call it. I'm really excited for your team and for yourself as well. Andy, just tell us how the camp's been throughout the week. It's not something you'd be used to ordinarily, training for such a big game. So what's the mood been like in the camp?
Yeah, it's been really good. Usually we don't have this many numbers this early in the season. We've only been training for about a month, but yeah, it's been really exciting, like to have something to work for so early on in the season. It's a big game for all of us.
No doubt. I don't want you to give anything away, obviously, Andy, but just tell us, what is the general approach going to be in your opinion? Because, you know, we can talk all day about tactically how to go about trying to negate a team that's obviously, floats around plenty of money and has got star power as far as local South Australian football goes. But you guys have never done this before. You've never had this kind of situation arise ever in your history, and we're talking about a pretty lengthy history as well that goes back to the 60s. So how on earth, I mean, I don't envy your coach for one, how on earth do you guys go about this? Do you just enjoy the occasion and see what happens?
Yeah, that is a good question. It's a bit of an unknown for a lot of us, but we'll just have to really work hard, work as a team, really tighten up our defence, and we've got a good group of people, because last year our team was split a little bit between our seniors and reserves. Our reserves were actually the top team, and now we've got everyone together, so hopefully it all works well on the day.
Now, you've been at the club for a decade. You're a midfielder. Just tell us what it's all been like. Tell us a bit about the club and the history and the supporters that you've got, and what it's like playing football on the Limestone Coast.
Yeah, so I grew up playing footy and switched over to soccer as a teenager, and I've loved it ever since. We have a massive group of people from different countries, a lot of Afghan people, different other countries that work in the meatworks or the vineyards around our area. It's just good to have a different group of people, and it brings everyone together. Now we definitely improved a little bit over the past couple of years as well. We've had some people from Bordertown travel down, which really helps our senior teams as well.
Now, what do you know about the Adelaide Cobras? Because I've got to say, probably one of the biggest advantages that you guys are going to have on Saturdays, the fact that they don't know much about you.
Yeah, a lot of the teammates are asking me, Munners, who are these guys and who would they play for and whatnot? So, we don't know a whole lot. Obviously, they've got a few former Adelaide United youth players, which is a little bit daunting, but we're just excited for the challenge. It's something completely new to us. We usually play against the same teams all the time, so we know what to expect. So it's pretty exciting.
Now, are we turning the match into sort of, a bit of a carnival that extends across a couple of days? We know that the Cobras are going to be staying overnight on the Friday. Will you get an opportunity perhaps after the game to spend some time with the Cobras players and exchange a few stories from over the years, Andy?
Yeah, I hope so. We're going to have teas after the game, so in the club room. So, be looking forward to that if they're willing to stick around.
All right, now tell us what else our listeners need to know, particularly for those who are listening from the Limestone Coast, those who are interested in coming out and seeing what is a spectacle that they're not going to see very often in that area. It'll be at the Naracoorte Sporting Complex. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, just come and look at some top quality soccer. It's not something we don't often see down here. An Adelaide team coming down, regardless of what happens, it will be good to see. We've had some previous FFA Cup or Australia Cup games down our way, but not for a little while now. So, yeah, it's something unique.
3 p.m. kickoff for those in South Australia. Gold Coin will get you in. Andy, we'll spend some time getting to know you a little better. You're a farmer in regards to your professional background. Tell us more about how long you've been playing the game and what it's like playing there on the Limestone Coast.
Yeah, so I work on the farm, sheep and cattle farm. We're out on the border, Victorian border. I love soccer and footy, and I have a big collection of match-worn jerseys and rare jerseys from over the years. So I've got roughly 500 plus in both sports. So it's quite a big collection, and I have social media following as well. So, yeah, it's good.
No doubt about it. I want to hear more about this kit collection. So this extends across the round ball and AFL. Tell us how long you've been collecting kits.
I've been collecting since about 2018. Got a lot of match-worn jumpers from players from the Limestone Coast, which I have an interest in. Also, Adelaide United. I've been lucky to get a lot of Adelaide United match-worn, ones worn in grand finals and by some of their better players. And, it's just something I enjoy doing. Keeps me busy and keeps me connected with people all around the place.
And what do you think this game can do for the sport in the region? I mean, particularly if you win, you're going to get eyeballs regardless, because obviously the game's getting a good run in the local media. But particularly if you pull off the unthinkable, if I can say that respectfully, Andrew, this could do wonders for the game in regional parts of South Australia, such as your own.
Yeah, absolutely. It will give us a lot of belief. Just a little bit of confidence playing against top teams will go a long way in our league, and it will definitely help our juniors, just for them to see what the high levels are like. Often in the country areas, we get a little bit neglected in terms of the youth development. It's all about the city, and I can understand how and why that happens. But yeah, it'd be great for our junior players as well, because I'm a coach, and it's often hard to give them a pathway to higher levels.
And is there anything else you can tell us about the club in regards to some of the individuals that have been there for a long period of time? We know that your president's made some commentary in the media as well this week. So just profile the club a little bit more for the listeners, particularly those outside of South Australia who no doubt have no idea about Naracoorte United.
Yeah, so we have some pretty talented players. We've got one guy, Augustine, plays in the midfield. He's a former Solomon Island Premier League player. Got some stalwarts. Kevin Marshall's been a great player for a long time. He'll be included, no doubt. Our striker, Kieran Trick-Smith, is a very quick player. So we got a bit of talent. We just need to put it all together on the day.
Is this the biggest sporting moment of your career coming up tomorrow, Andy?
Yeah, for sure. I've never played in a game with such recognition, I suppose. We had a lot of players play in our reserves premiership last year, which was a massive deal for the club. But I missed out on that one, and a few others did as well. So, yeah, we're keen to get stuck into this game.
Well, I can only wish you the very best of luck. It's a fantastic occasion to be involved in, and it's great for the regions too. That's Andy Munro. He's the captain of Naracoorte United. Massive game tomorrow afternoon. Make sure you get out to it if you're around Naracoorte or the surrounds. All the best to you, Andrew. Thanks so much for appearing on the Flow Friday Sports Show. We wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, Havana. Cheers.